is Green City Lofts Signs, and Green City Loft is located at 1007 41st Street.
Yes, and I guess you have met our planning technician, Susan Summerford. She's been with us for, what, about 6 months now? Almost 6 months. Susan's going to take this project.
Strong.
Okay. This is a major design review permit to allow continued display of temporary banners for the Green City Lofts project. They've been up longer than 45 days, and so it's up to you all to decide if they can continue to be displayed. And in the conditions of approval, we are asking that they be removed after 4 months. And I believe in your packet you have.
We have the overhead.
Okay, you should have known.
Right on Adeline Street, there is
Excuse me, Chair Jeffrey, we have something that Paul needs to say.
Excuse me, I have to recuse myself because my office is within 300 feet of this project.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Commissioner Germain.
I forgot.
Sure, Paul.
Okay, so this one is right on Adeline. The third position is on the Adeline and almost San Pablo. This has a few other signs in it that aren't part of it. We're talking about this one here on the wall, and here's the better picture of it. It's just a banner sign that you can see from 40th Street, from Adeline coming from the opposite direction. And this one, and unfortunately, this is the only picture we have of this sign as the heavy winds and rain blew it up onto the building and it hasn't been put back down yet. But this one has the phone number and the Energy Star sign that they have denoting the environmental building practices that were employed when they developed the property.
Why are these signs not included?
Which one?
The
3 and 4.
windblown sign and yeah.
Is included.
Oh.
Okay, I guess I misunderstood. Thank you.
Susan?
Which
you
one
need-
is
you need
not?
to speak in the microphone. It's being broadcast.
Okay.
There's a handheld mic right there. There you go, and a little switch on the side.
These pictures were taken a long time ago, and some of the signs have been taken down since then in discussions with Green City Lofts as they were considered excessive. So the only ones that we are trying to get approval for today are the ones that are marked clearly here, the front one, and on the other corner.
And so the other ones have been or are agreed to be removed?
Yes, most of them actually have been. Do you have any questions?
Is the applicant here? If you can,
This is Stephanie Silver, is a representative of Green City Lofts.
Hi. I don't
Good
actually have a
evening.
presentation. If you have
You can
questions.
speak a little bit more directly.
Yeah, I don't have a presentation, but if you have any questions, basically Susan pretty much summarized it pretty well, and we definitely heeded the advice of the excessive signs and have removed most of them. And I apologize for having had excessive signs. It was not my choice. So fortunately now they have been removed, and it does look much more presentable, I think. And we're still able to indicate that we're selling these lofts, which is important.
Has no bearing on the approval process, but just out of curiosity, how is the selling going?
It's going well, thank you for asking. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure, Commissioner Cardoza, if I should be flattered or insulted by your comment. I'm not sure which one you were talking about. Okay.
Intent.
Good.
Okay, any
questions?
other commissioners have questions of the applicant? No. Okay, thank you.
Great, thank you.
With that, I will open up the public hearing. Are there any citizens wishing to speak on this item? If so, please come forward, identify yourself, and you have 3 minutes. Seeing none, I close the public hearing and bring it back to the commission.
Move approval.
Second.
Okay. Ready to vote?
Ready to vote.
Okay. Commissioner Cardoza?
Aye.
Commissioner Donaldson?
Aye.
Commissioner Kane?
Aye.
Commissioner Troiting?
Aye.
Vice Chair Martin?
Aye.
Chair Jeffrey?
Aye.
6 ayes. The application is approved.
Congratulations.
Good luck.
Okay, our next public hearing is Boyd's Body and Auto Repair Shop Signs located at 1245 Powell Street. Maru?
A lot taller than me. Okay. Good evening, Commissioners. This is a project to legalize 3 signs that are placed on the perimeter fence at the corner of Powell and Bowdry Streets. The project site is right here in Thatched. It lies in the CG zone, and it is surrounded by the MU zone and primarily by the RM zone to the north and the south. Oakland is here, and that too is essentially low-density housing. The proposal is for 3 signs, like I'd mentioned. And this is Powell here, and this is the location of those 3 signs. And these are the 3 signs right here. We have 2 identical signs. It's about 24 square foot in size, and the main sign, the large one in the middle, is about 18 square feet. In order to approve a sign, we need to make basically 2 main findings. One is to do with the compatibility with the neighborhood, and the other one is integration with the architectural features. Staff believes that these findings cannot be made and is therefore recommending denial for the following reasons. As I'd mentioned, there are 3 signs that are in front of you for approval today. The site already has 7 additional signs. The numbers sort of show you where the other 7 signs are, and I'm going to sort of quickly go through some pictures showing those signs. So this is the main canopy in the front. Can't quite see it very well. And this is on the side. There's another one here. This is towards the residential area behind the building. And there's more canopy or yawning sign, which is basically right here. Staff believes that already the site has adequate signage. No other commercial enterprise within the surrounding area has more than 2 signs. In addition, the 3 signs that are placed to the right at the corner of the intersection creates a very crowded look and is distractive to the site. In addition, the sign detracts from the features of the building itself and the current signage. The signs are kind of bolted to the fence and bear no relation to the design of the building. The signs do not match with the font and color scheme of the existing signage. For these reasons, staff is recommending denial. So if there are any questions, I would be happy to answer.
I have one, Maru. Without these 3 additional signs, the 10 other signs, are they 7 other signs? Are they in compliance?
There are existing signs in compliance in terms of design?
Well, in terms of the amount of air square footage
Yes,
devoted
they
to
are.
sign? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Maybe I could clarify that. There's no absolute criteria in terms of aggregate sign area. There's just a threshold above which approval from the Planning Commission is required. So if the aggregate sign area is below a certain amount, it can be approved administratively. If it's over a certain amount, it has to come to the commission. The reason this is before you actually is because these 3 signs bring the total aggregate sign area above the amount that we could approve at a staff level or deny at a staff level.
Okay, thanks, Charlie.
I have a question unrelated to the signs, but related to the fencing. And you can see in the image there, it's over 6 feet and then it curves out into the right-of-way. Is that type of fencing require some city approval? We've talked about fencing before,
Well-
especially in a commercial property.
Yeah, the height of fencing is only limited within the setback
Residential.
areas of residential zones. This is in the
CGs.
CG, in which there are no required setbacks, so there's really not a restriction on the height of fences. A fence that's higher than 6 feet does require a building permit. I don't know if this fence got a building permit. We didn't research that.
I guess my point is it's an intimidating fence that, you know, especially you look at this angle, you don't see much into it, into the lot, which is part of the, I assume the intention is to keep the lot visible so you don't have break-ins. But maybe the applicant can address that some more, the problems
Although-
with the lot.
I would point out that the fence is not before you.
No, I understand, but I do have a question about it.
The applicant is here, if you would like to hear from him.
Yes, we would. Thank you, Maru.
Good evening. My name is Bob Kaziani.
Could you please raise up the microphone? Thank you.
Good evening. On behalf of the Boys Body Shop, and we have 3 signs put in on our fence, and this one of them would be going to be the sign been there for almost like 2 years, and also apply for the permit to pay for application fee too. And one sign is going to be is 3 feet by 6 feet. One would be 6 by 8 feet, and another one would be 3 feet by 8 feet. And the sign, the property is almost 14,000 square feet. Is a big piece of property. But we have of course, we have a sign behind the building or our wall. But this is a 3 sign. We put them on the fence outside. But I don't see any visible problems. But the sign is there. There's nobody complain about it, and we don't have any problem with that.
Thank you. Do commissioners have any questions of the applicant?
Yeah, I have a couple. When did you put the signs in?
This sign, we have it for almost probably maybe year and a half.
And did you talk to anyone at the city before you installed
We
the
used
signs?
to have it years ago, because I bought this property almost 4 years ago from previous owner, and he has a banner right at the fence, same area,
On the old fence?
old fence, right. And so we put it the same way was before, was no any question about that.
And when did this newer fence go in?
A newer fence, but almost about 4 years ago,
Same time?
right.
And do you have a problem with break-ins in
Only-
your
no,
lot?
Only just was
I guess my point is, why is the fence designed this way?
why this on this.
It's designed with the pointed metal
That's the way it is,
spikes.
because street it goes like that. If you look it up, goes behind the building.
The
other
top-
side,
No, the top of the fence? If
because
you look,
nobody can break in, nobody can jump
Climb
in
the
over
fence.
Right. Yeah.
so you have had break-ins in your lot?
We have some. Yes, actually, 3 months ago, somebody climbing behind our fence, from park
And over the roof?
over the roof, and they break into a customer's car, taking quite a bit stereo systems.
Any other
Zoom.
questions? Okay, thank you.
No, you're welcome.
With that, I will open up the public hearing. Are there any citizens wishing to speak on this item? Please come forward if you wish to speak on the item. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Commissioners? I hear a motion.
I would move the resolution for denial.
Second.
Take the roll, Charlie.
Okay, on the motion to deny the application, Commissioner Cardoza,
Aye.
Commissioner Donaldson,
Aye.
Commissioner Germain, Commissioner Kane,
Aye.
Commissioner Troiding,
Aye.
Vice Chair Martin.
I'm going to vote aye, but with the comment that I trust that if this is essential to your function, that you continue to work with the city to come up with an alternative that perhaps addresses signage on the rest of your property and comes up, with a compromise that works for you. But I am voting aye on the resolution.
Chair Jeffrey.
Aye.
7 ayes, the application is denied. This decision is appealable to the City Council within 15 days. And I neglected to announce that also on the previous application. That decision also is appealable to the City Council within 15 days.